It is always very important to take backup. Raspberry Pi is no different. It has got an SD card where we have got all the confidential information, our code, configuration files, whatever we have inside it is very important. And we may lose it because of some erroneous happenings, or sometimes the card may crash, sometimes something may happen. So there is always a possibility that the content that you have stored inside the card will get lost. So it is better to take backup. We technically call it cloning. We are going to clone the content from the SD card that you have in the Raspberry Pi into your laptop or the desktop or the PC safely for you to keep it as a backup option. Now we need to do series of steps which are to be followed one after another for you to get the content cloned. Now open your favorite browser and type the link that you are seeing in front of you. Sourceforge.net projects Win32 disk imager is the link, and you got to download the Win32 disk imager. It will take few seconds for the download, and it is just a 12 MB file. Once you download it, the installation is pretty easy and straightforward. Just double click it and the installation will start. It will take not more than 1 minute for the entire installation process, and it's very easy to do. Accept the agreement as usual and then click next, next, and that's it, you get the work done. If you want, create a desktop shortcut, which I do not prefer and I ignore it. Now you can complete the installation by clicking the install button. Once you do with it, you can view the README document if you are interested. Otherwise, you can right away launch the disk imager. The disk imager is all set for you to be used right now, and you can see that. Now, once the disk manager is open, the process is very simple. Just insert your card reader and close all these windows. It could give you some warning, ignore all of them. Now you see that the Win disk imager automatically recognizes the device to be read. It is E drive for me, and I have only one drive over here, and I do not have rest of the drives available there. So it is very easy for me, and if you have multiple options, please select it carefully. Now I need to make sure that where am I going to store the content? I mean, where am I going to clone the content? So I'm going to clone it in the desktop and see that the name of the file is rpa_backup.image. So once you do that, you need to click the read option. So we are reading it as an image, and it will be available as a backup in our desktop right now. And this may take time based on the content that you have inside. If you have 120 GB card, it may take a time of about 2 hours, which is our case. If you have very small SD card, which is like 8 GB, it may complete in few minutes. So depending on the content, the progress will be slow or fast. And probably after a few minutes, when you see everything would be done, and you would get a message as read successful. That's it. You have copied and you have backed up, or you have cloned the content from the SD card to your desktop. Now, what do we do if we want to write this content back, this image back onto Raspberry Pi? There is a software called Balena Etcher, and just double click it. The moment you click it, you will get an option for flash from file. Just click this file and then select target. The target is nothing but your Raspberry Pi device, your SD card, which is going to go into the Raspberry Pi, and then click flash. The moment you flash it, that's all, it will get into the Raspberry Pi properly. Thus, you have restored the content.